Today, I've got a stat for you about Kirby Smart that will absolutely blow your mind. Now, before I get into it, I have to let you know that if you have a Tennessee volunteer friend, make sure you send them this video because it will absolutely ruin their day. Because the stat I have for you is that Kirby Smart has never lost to the Tennessee Volunteers in Knoxville as a coach. Throughout his coaching career, whether it's a head coach, position coach, doesn't matter. Kirby Smart has never lost a game in Neyland Stadium. That is crazy. Now, it's not super surprising, especially if you're a Georgia fan, because the Dogs have never lost to Tennessee up in Neyland Stadium since Kirby's been there, but he didn't lose to them in Alabama either. He is 9-0 all-time coaching against Tennessee in Neyland Stadium, 4-0 as a head coach, 5-0 as an assistant coach. The man absolutely owns the Tennessee Volunteers, and they know it, right? I've covered 4 Georgia-Tennessee games up there, and I can tell you that those people with their checkerboard overalls and all that, they're having a good time before the game. But when Kirby Smart and the Dogs come out, right before the game, they start trembling. I mean, he is the evil villain that wins every single time. They absolutely cannot stand that man because deep down, they know that he owns them. He absolutely owns them. And we're going to go over it in this video and break down every time he's gone up to Knoxville as an opposing head coach or assistant coach and has come out victorious. And we're going to start in 2005 because Kirby Smart was Georgia's running backs coach in 2005 when Georgia beat number 8 Tennessee in Knoxville 27-14. And as Georgia's running back coach that day, Georgia rushed for just under 200 yards and 2 touchdowns, led by Thomas Brown, who went for 94 yards and a touchdown. That was a big win for the Dogs up there in 2005. So as an assistant coach, he's got one under his belt, right? He's 1-0. He goes to LSU for, I think, 1 year, then followed Nick Saban to the Miami Dolphins for another year, but then went to Alabama, and you know what happened there. The dude never lost to Tennessee at all, whether it was in Knoxville or Tuscaloosa during his time at Alabama. I believe it was 2007 to 2015. But let's go over those games too, right? And if you're an Alabama fan, I'm sure you'll enjoy this next part. But if you're a Georgia fan, I'm sure you will too. Because at the end of the day, doesn't matter who he's coaching for. Kirby Smart has figured out Tennessee. And it doesn't matter who's coaching for Tennessee either. Kirby Smart's defense always finds a way to have a great game against Tennessee. I mean, every single year and every time they go to Knoxville. As Alabama's defensive coordinator in 2008, Alabama beat Tennessee 29-9. 2 years later, 2010, Alabama beat Tennessee 41-10. 2 years later, 2012, Alabama beat Tennessee 44-13. 2 years later, 2014, Alabama beat Tennessee 34-20. Only one of those times, as I just said, Tennessee put up 20 points or more on Kirby Smart's Alabama defense. And they just got there at 20, right? They just can't do it. Again, it's mental. I guess it's physical too. But I can tell you, in the stands, every time they see Kirby Smart coming on the field, whether he's leading the Crimson Tide defense or he's leading the Dogs, it's just something comes over him, right? There's just something in the air, and the place goes quiet a little bit. They get all nervous. I mean, he is enemy number one, and it's almost like what is it, Thanos? Is Thanos the bad guy in the Marvel movies? That's the one kind of movie thing that I haven't watched. I think his name is Thanos against all the good guys, right? I imagine if Thanos goes out and beats Spider-Man and Ultimate American Warrior, not American Warrior, Super Captain America, right? That's what it's like. Kirby Smart just beats them. As a head coach, he's 8-1. Obviously, that one loss came in 2016 in his first season in Athens. Bad team. And they didn't lose that game because of a lack of coaching. Kirby Smart coached that team well enough to where they should have won. They hand-wrapped and gifted Tennessee that win with Rico McGraw throwing his helmet off after the long Jacob Eason touchdown to Riley Ridley. There was the short kick, the Hail Mary. We don't have to go over it. But that's the only time Kirby Smart has lost to Tennessee in his entire coaching career, and it happened in Athens, right? In Knoxville, the year later, 2017, you remember what happened. Georgia won 41-0, just completely embarrassed them up and down the field, just spanked them over and over and over again. Just a complete embarrassing loss for Tennessee. And Kirby Smart left that place with the biggest smile on his face. 2 years later, 2019, Georgia won 43-14. That's the year where Eric Stokes is coming off the edge and just crushed that poor Tennessee quarterback. I forget his name. Doesn't matter. Who cares, right? The ball goes flying. Tate Crowder picks it up and takes it back for a big touchdown. 2021, another big victory, 41-17 over Tennessee up in Neyland Stadium. And then 2 years ago, 2023, another blowout, 38-10. Just easy, comfortable victories. It's not like Kirby Smart and the Dogs or Kirby Smart and the Tide were just squeaking by with these tough, gritty games. They're blowing them out, especially Georgia. Georgia's had no problem going up to Neyland Stadium and just having their way. Or again, these aren't even competitive games. Tennessee has a major Georgia problem, but they've got a big Kirby Smart problem too. And I don't know when they're going to figure it out. I don't know if it's this year. If Kirby Smart goes up there once again for the 5th time in a row and leaves Neyland Stadium with a win, which could 100% happen, they're going to have to build a statue of Kirby Smart outside that stadium. You can't call it Neyland Stadium anymore. Just call it Athens North at that point. Call it Kirby Smart Stadium at Neyland Field, right? It's something. But he owns that program by a mile right now. And I'm not trying to hate on Tennessee. These are facts, okay? It's just what's happened. It's what continues to happen. And it's what we might see happen for a while. And if you're Tennessee, you've got to get them this year. You've got Nico, the quarterback coming back in his 3rd year, should be an outstanding quarterback. He should be taking more steps forward. You got him in Neyland Stadium, a place that's supposed to be loud. I've heard it loud a couple times. I've heard it a lot quieter than loud when I've been up there, but I'm only up there covering Georgia, Tennessee. And the last 4 times the Dogs have gone up there, I guess you can call them bloodbaths, right? If you beat a team by 30, you're in the bloodbath umbrella. You're in the bloodbath category. And Georgia's, they won by 41. They won by 29. I'm not doing the math. I'm not doing the math. But they're around that 30-point mark. Someone else can go back and do the math for me. I'm a Kennesaw State guy. Math doesn't come too quickly up here. But what I know is that Kirby Smart absolutely owns Tennessee. And again, he has not lost a game up there, whether it's an assistant, whether it's a head coach. And this is a big, big game for sure because Tennessee has the Georgia game circled. Right? They don't circle the Alabama game. They don't circle the Florida game. Vanderbilt's a big rival for them. They don't like Kentucky. I get all that. They have to get over the Georgia hump, right? Because what's happening right now is what Tennessee did to Georgia in the 90s. I think that was 9 in a row, maybe 10 wins that Tennessee had over Georgia. This will be 9 in a row if Georgia goes up there and wins again in Knoxville, a place again that it's not daunting. It might be loud, but it's not one of the toughest places to play in college football. It's just not. I think Neyland Stadium's a little overrated. I think Auburn is a tougher place to play. And again, others may feel differently, and I totally get that, but I covered Georgia. And when I go up to Neyland Stadium, I'm snacking at halftime. They have a great press box. They've got great food. They've got the popcorn. They've got like the Snickers ice cream bars. At the half, I think the last 4 times, I remember grabbing an ice cream at half, going over the notes, and I know it's a comfortable win. It's a drama-free, stress-free night for me when Georgia plays up in Neyland Stadium, and I hope it continues just from a selfishness standpoint because it's an easy work day. It's an easy work day. I kind of know what's going to happen, and I know what's going to happen by the half. I know Georgia's walking out there with a comfortable win. I can get my story ready. I can get my videos done. We can leave early, get on the road. I love going up there, right? And it is a great environment. It's a great feel, and it's loud for a little bit. It's not loud for very long, but Kirby's got their number. He owns Tennessee, and I'm not trying to bash Tennessee the whole video. I'm just throwing facts out there, and one that you may not have known, and it's that Kirby Smart has never lost in Neyland Stadium throughout his coaching career. Head coach, assistant coach, doesn't matter. When he goes up there, just something comes up. I mean, he just wins. He just wins. He has their number. They've got a Georgia problem. They've got a Kirby Smart problem for sure. And I don't know when it's going to stop, because Georgia's going to go up there and they could come out with another win. This is one that Tennessee really needs to have, because we don't know when they're going to play next. After this year, they might not be on the schedule until they're 3 or 4 years down the road with the scheduling going on, right? So I don't think they're going to play in 26 or 27. So they might in 28 and 29. Maybe then Tennessee gets them. I don't know. What I know right now is that Kirby Smart absolutely owns the Tennessee Volunteers. And now you know that he's 8-1 as a head coach. But that one loss came in Athens. The dude has never lost in Neyland Stadium. Make sure you tell your Tennessee buddy. He probably already knows. He hates Kirby Smart. Guaranteed. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. I'll see you on the next video.